Let me ask you a question. Are you lacking in any one of these areas of your life? Physical strength, general health and well-being, productivity, finances, relationships? Do you have a spiritual life? Now that could be prayer or meditation or just deep breathing exercises. What are you doing for stress management? How is your nutrition? What's your hydration like? What kind of water are you drinking? How's your mindset? What about your discipline? Do you set goals and stay on the path until you absolutely nail them? How's your creativity? What about your social skills, your public speaking, your communication? What about time management, critical thinking, problem solving? All the people with really short attention spans, all those basic amoebas you probably clicked off already, thinking, oh, this is too much work, I can't think about this, too much to think about. Everyone else, congratulations. You're self-aware enough to see there could be an issue or something you want to work on, and you're actually prepared to do something about it. You're literally 99.9% better than most people. And I know that sounds pretty cunty, but it's true. Self-improvement is such a vast thing to talk about. And it's ever changing because it changes as you do. But what if you only just heard about self-improvement recently and you want to fucking jump off the conveyor belt of basic amoebas and you actually want to conquer your life? Where the fuck do you begin? Listing off all those things I just mentioned, as a whole, it probably sounds really fucking daunting. Do you know what I mean? But you don't actually have to do them all at once. And most of them will be a result of a few actions. You just knock down a couple of the pins and then the rest will just fall down gradually over time. Some things have like knock-on effects. Let me give an example. Maybe you're not one for goal setting and you've become aware that your physique is not the way you want it to be. So you find the drive to change that. Maybe you want to do a bulk or you want to do a cut and lose some fat. You then learn discipline gradually over time by going to the gym 3 times a week and sticking to the path, even when you don't feel like it. And then you start eating the right food. Then you gain an understanding of goal setting and what's required of yourself. So you've improved your physical strength or your fitness, you've improved your nutrition, you've started goal setting, you're learning a bit of discipline, and in turn, that's going to improve your confidence. And in turn, again, that will then bleed out into areas of your life, like your relationships will improve, your social skills will improve, your public speaking will improve because you're going to feel better about yourself. So in my opinion, self-improvement first starts with being aware of something that you need to change. It's awareness. And then the desire to change that aspect of you. And then setting the goal. I mean, you can see there, just in that example, why changing your physique is like, for me, it's probably the linchpin of your self-improvement because it has so many knock-on benefits. Having a strong body and a strong mind, to me, is your primary objective as a man. If you don't have that, you can't do shit. You are pissing in the wind. So my advice straight off the bat, if you're brand new to self-improvement, become aware, have the desire to change that aspect of yourself, set the goal, and change your physique. Some of you know my stance on this already if you've been following this channel, but the next port of call is to clean up your body and your mind. You need to carve out all of the habits that are affecting your body and your mind in a negative fashion. Maybe it's drinking, maybe it's fucking smoking weed or vaping or drug taking or whatever it is. Maybe it's all of the above. Let's just say you stop drinking and drug taking, but you're still smoking or you're still vaping. That's okay, because it's an improvement on where you were, for one. And you can always reduce that down. None of this shit is going to fucking happen overnight, okay? A lot of these things that we do and these habits, they're ingrained in us, and we've been doing them for years. You're not just going to be able to click your fingers and stop everything. It doesn't matter whether it's social media or nicotine, alcohol, sex addiction, whatever it is, it's going to take time. So why I do like push to be hard on yourself, do have an understanding. It's not even being hard on yourself, it's just being aware that, okay, I've been doing this shit for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. It would be stupid of me to think I could just click my fingers and all these issues will just evaporate. So at least cut yourself a tiny bit of slack to understand that you can always carve out the rest of these little things over time. That's with things like smoking, maybe drinking. If it's drug taking, just fucking stop doing it straight away. Smoking and stuff you can cut down over time. It's, you know, it's not going to be the end of the world, and it is self-improvement. If you feel you've improved yourself, it's a good thing. The next thing I would concentrate on is nutrition. Obviously, we're all born with these amazing bodies, these fucking complex machines. Filling it with fucking 15 pints of shitty beer every weekend or every other day is like putting fucking piss into a Ferrari. You don't have to be vegetarian or vegan or just carnivore or keto or do carb cycling or whatever you want. The idea is just to have a well-balanced diet, okay? You need to be getting enough protein from wherever you want to get it from. Enough healthy fats, you know, enough fiber, lots of fruit and vegetables. Lots of people like intermittent fasting and fucking carb cycling. Just do whatever works for you. Some of this stuff, there's no, you know, in fitness and nutrition and health and stuff like that, people always think there's some fucking magic, miraculous pill, do you know what I mean? Or something you can just do and it's going to eradicate all of your problems. But it doesn't really work like that, because all of our bodies are very, very different. We all process our food in different ways. You know, it sticks to different parts of the body because we're all individual. It can take months to figure out exactly what kind of foods you personally need to be eating. How you feel individually is important. So make sure you are eating a well-balanced diet and actually take the time to figure out, you know, what works for you, what feels good when you're eating it, what doesn't feel good. Okay, so by this point, you've become self-aware, okay? You've felt the desire to change a certain aspect of yourself. You've cleaned up your body, you're taking care of your training and physique. You've got better nutrition. Your discipline is now building and getting stronger by the day. You're building up some great momentum. So with all of this going on, you've got that momentum. The discipline sort of puts you on autopilot, okay? You now have the capacity to do more, okay? Let's just say you're in good control, which you should be if you're doing a lot of this stuff already and you're up to this point. You're pretty much running on autopilot in a good way. So now you can do more. You're also more confident, so your social skills would have improved more too. I would concentrate on finance next. The cool thing is that your money situation would have already improved, because if you're not doing drink or drugs, you're not fucking partying on the weekends, you're buying more whole foods and less shit and junk, you've already got a surplus of cash that you didn't have before. So what you can do with this is literally, you can invest it in yourself, you can invest it into your education, you can invest it into a fitness program, you can literally invest it in stocks. You can grow that money over time in a stock portfolio, or you can use that money in a stock portfolio like a bank. But the negative thing is with that is that it can also go down over time, because stocks, they move like this in waves, they don't just go up. I mean, you could do a mixture of all of the above. And to be honest, that's exactly what I would do if I was starting again from ground zero. And as time goes on and your money grows, you can then invest even more and you can give more to others. Which reminds me, you should dedicate a portion of your time to helping other people. People think that you have to be wealthy in order to give, but that's not true. I mean, You can give your time. There's lots of things that you can do before you are rich to start giving back. So find some time to dedicate to other people. It can be a friend or a loved one or a gesture to a stranger. It doesn't really matter. You can give a little bit of money to charity as well, but just at first concentrate on doing things for other people. It's going to make you feel more fulfilled, and it's highly rewarding. It's also worth noting that self-improvement can be a very, very lonely road because not many people are doing it. You're not going to know many people that are literally willing to improve themselves or have become aware of the fact that they have something to improve on. Most people are going to feel pretty arrogant about it, to be honest. So you need to set aside some time. If you don't have a tribe around you that's all on the same vibe as you and chasing the same goals and have the same vision, you need to set aside some time to be more social and to be having fun. You know, no one said that improving yourself and being on this journey shouldn't be fun. It shouldn't be all serious. And if you want to improve yourself and your life's improving, it will be fun. It will feel good. And if you can't have fun and enjoy what you're doing and enjoy the whole process, then what's the fucking point? Starting your self-improvement journey from zero, you've now got to this point. Let's say you've put in place all the things we talked about. You are going to feel like your fucking life has improved massively. But as I said earlier on, it's always ever changing. There's always things that you can do to improve that are going to make you feel just a little bit better. So what else can we tweak at this point to really fucking push us over the edge? Do you know what I mean? One thing for sure is meditation. If you haven't incorporated it in already, it's something that you definitely need to do. I mean, you should definitely be doing cardio as well, just to increase your fitness. Maybe you want to take up a combat sport. Another thing you can do is improve your quality of water. If you're just drinking out of the tap, which I really hope you're not, the very least you can do is get a water filter and just drink filtered water. If you can afford a reverse osmosis machine, can I even say that? Reverse osmosis machine, then do that. But it's just little things like that, you know, little tweaks. Also, this is probably a good point to start finding ways where you can raise your testosterone naturally past the point where it would already be at with good exercise and nutrition if you're eating the right foods. You know, you can buy a couple natural supplements, you can start a skincare routine, start improving your grooming, buy nicer clothes. And these are all massive too. I mean, that's why I love self-improvement, because there's no fucking limit. You know, it's endless. There's always something to improve. There's always something to work on. So guys, at its core, you need to become aware. You need the desire to change that certain aspect of yourself, and you need to set the goal, and you need to change your physique. These are like my 4 pillars to starting self-improvement.